Well, the forge run was smooth as silk, but getting to the maintenance shed in Broken Railroad was an entire journey. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Odds series, where we have just slept our health meter all the way to full, and it looks like I need just a little bit of water in me. Thankfully, I have enough for that, and as I mentioned right at the end of the last episode, since it's dark, one of the opportunities that I'm going to take right now, first of all, I'm going to fill all the way up on cattails. This fills two purposes. Number one, it fills the stomach meter, and I'm going to need that for what I'm about to do, because I might be here for a moment. But also, it does help me carry around a little bit less. I've already dropped some stuff on the floor, because this is kind of a central location for the area where I currently am. We're going to go up the hill to the hunting lodge, most likely this episode. But first, let's go ahead and knock that out. There we go. Alright, so with that done, yeah, I also have a ton of cattail heads that I frankly don't need. But first things first, let's go ahead and start ripping up some of this extra stuff. Because I'm carrying around a lot of extra clothing, I may also repair the hockey jersey finally and see kind of what the overall benefits are of that as a fully repaired clothing item, because I've been curious since I picked it up. Some of these items are only going to take, 10, 15 minutes, 10 minutes for the short ones, but then the longer ones are going to be more in the order of, longer. They're going to take time. Yeah, 30 minutes. It usually goes 10 to 30. I don't know that there's a clothing item that would take 20 minutes to harvest. Yeah. The decent wool ear wrap is an example of one that is still 10 minutes. Oh, just kidding. Found one. Windbreaker. Wow, that was perfect timing. Thank you, Windbreaker. Let's go ahead and do that. We can see the sun coming up. As soon as the sun is up, I'll actually be able to get some research done, which I think I may do as well. Now, I have these worn work gloves, and I need to remind myself, yeah, they're better in some ways than the fleece mittens. So I guess what I need to do is harvest one of them. I could certainly use that repaired leather, or that cured leather to repair. Yeah, I could certainly have repaired leather too, but we can use the cured leather to repair the worn work gloves. First thing I definitely want to repair is the hockey jersey, like without a doubt. But, alright, let's go ahead and drink a little bit more water. Notice we are below 80 pounds now in encumbrance, which is quite nice. I do have a fair amount of replacement fuses now. This is something I can easily lose some of my carrying capacity. And let me open up a drawer and drop some things that I'm likely to just leave here. I'm not going to leave any of that. Replacement fuses are nice, but, I've been finding lots of them, so I'm going to go ahead and drop 2/3 of the replacement fuses I'm carrying. I'm going to drop 2 cans of spray paint, because I only need one, and I don't even really need any right now, to be honest. The replacement wiring, I'll drop 2 of them. If I have to come back for this stuff at any point, I suppose I can, but I'm not super concerned about it. I'm going to put that torch away, because it's really just not necessary. And I do have that extra Stay on Target book. I have that book that I'm currently reading. So that's more or less everything. Now, I have this decent light shell, and I was on the fence as to whether or not I wanted to have 2 ski jackets or the light shell and the ski jacket in the last episode. And I feel like once I fully repair these two, my argument will be pretty much, or my mind will be made up for me. The argument will be pretty clear. But let's see. Sun is almost up. I can't really sharpen anything at the moment, although what I can do is I can clean my revolver. So let's go ahead and do that, and that'll be a good way to pass some time. It's always a nifty trick to be aware of the things that you can do in the dark when you wake up before dawn, and you don't want to go anywhere because it's cold. You have the food to get you through the night, and see, now that I've spent some time cleaning the revolver, I don't even have to finish cleaning it all the way up. But what I can do now is I can repair my stuff and be in much better shape weather-wise. So let's go ahead and repair the worn ski jacket. And hopefully not waste 2 pieces of cloth in the process. There we go, not bad. Let's also repair our trail boots, because we need to. It's going to take 27 minutes. And we'll waste some weather if I fail. So let's not fail. There we go. All right. Unfortunately, that was my only piece of leather, though. So I'm going to have to find more before I repair those gloves, potentially. But I could at least put those on. There's a give and take, I think, from what I saw. Yeah. So the fleece mittens in their current condition are better with wind protection, but these are better by a half degree in terms of warmth protection. So let's do that. And continue. Let's see. I do want to repair the hockey jersey. 54 minutes to repair it. You know, I've been lugging it around. Let's go ahead and do it. And let's repair it one more time. I want to answer this question once and for all. So this is, I'm eating up a good amount of my day here, and I can hear my character getting thirsty. So let's go ahead and drink some water. Thankfully, though, this is burning through some of the extra weight that I've been lugging around. So can't complain about that. All right, so the hockey jersey. Oh, okay, so this is kind of as I expected. It's a windbreaker primarily. How does it compare to the shell? It looks like it's warmer. Well, right now it is. This is, let's see, if it's at 1.3 at 74, then... Thinking. It might be about the same, honestly. It doesn't quite have... It's not restrictive of movement, because it's a hockey jersey, obviously. It has less moisture protection, but it's also not as heavy as the decent light shell, which is pretty cool. So I could put that on for the outer layer if I wanted to, which I don't necessarily want to, but I could. So I'll keep carrying that around for the moment because I might actually do something with that. I genuinely might. Okay, so now we've got some light in here, and I kind of do want to read at least one book, one that would be helpful before I go anywhere. So, tell you what, let's see if I can grab... I'm going to have to pick up... Yeah, Survive the Outdoors. Let's open one of those. Just going to take 5 hours. I know I still have the one that I'm carrying on me. Alright, so 5 hours. That's easily going to give me the next skill level. And then hopefully I can set out after that. Or you know what I may do? Let's go ahead and... Just so we save time, let's put 2 hours into it now. Just 2. So we still have about half the day. And when I get to my destination, we'll do the other 3. Because I can afford to carry it right now, and then once it's red, we can burn or drop it. So it'll be fine. Let me take one more look around now that the lighting in here is so reliably good. The last time I had a chance to look around in here, it was kind of getting dark fast. So I want to take one quick glance around before we go anywhere to ensure I didn't overlook anything stupidly obvious. Now, I recall not doing anything up here for that exact reason. This crate can sometimes have stuff in it, so let's break this apart with our hatchet. And it looks like no dice. We just got some reclaimed wood. All right. Oh. That's genuinely the best time to pick up your brass, by the way. All right, so we have a mountaineering rope laying here that I didn't see before. That's nice. I don't know that we need to lug that around right now, but I would hate to be without it later. The mountaineering rope would make me encumbered on my way up there, but if there's not one up there, I would be annoyed that I didn't have this. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave some additional things down here so that I can afford to carry this up there. It's worth it. I'm going to leave all of this reclaimed wood here. I'm going to leave the vast majority of these. Yeah, so we're mostly okay. And I do want to keep the books with me. I'll drop the paper. think I will probably need to just bear the rest. I'll drop this scrap metal because I can come back to that later. Okay. So, I'm not going to go out the back door because the wolves were so plentiful when I came in. I don't want to go back there and not have a place to run immediately. Okay, good. The weather looks decent. Alright, that wolf ran in a bad direction. Oh my god, he's attacking me. What the crap? What the heck? I had a feeling that was happening. Oh, that's obnoxious. Alright. We've got... Well, there's our first intense moment. Lost a lot of health to that. Bandage. Infection risk. And damage to my clothing, which I just repaired. Let's take a look. Alright, yeah, the worn rabbit skin hat took a big hit from that. The worn ear wrap took a big hit from that, so I'm going to put my better one on. That's why I have the other one, by the way. Oh, I'm so annoyed about that. Okay. Those are now crappy, so we're going to put those back on. God, there's so many wolves out here. This is absurd. And I really lost a lot of health to that attack. Good God. We were at full health, and now we are decidedly not. If that happens one more time, I'm in trouble. Like, right as I was heading for the door, I realized that the wolf was pouncing. But, as you saw, I used my knife, which means at some point, there's going to be a dead wolf nearby. But now I definitely have to get up to the top and lick my wounds a little bit, because there's going to be some additional cattails here on the ice, so I'll have food. But also, I'm hoping for some supplies. Alright, so there's a wolf right there. I'm going to step over this direction and hope he keeps his distance a little bit. That's exactly why I wanted to go out the front door, and it just backfired on me because there are so many wolves hanging out inside that little enclosure. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm very aware of the fact there could be a bear in the area as well. I hear the bear crows actually to the left, just barely. Yep. So the bear is over on my left. And I need to be careful so I don't walk up right on this bear. Alright, this is the big one. If I can get that wolf... There we go. Run off that way. That's exactly the direction I needed that wolf to run. Perfect. That's why I was trying to get behind it and do that. Let's go over to that hunter's blind and see if there's anything there. Oh, man. I mean, my heart's pumping now. It just caught me so off guard because I thought the wolf was fleeing from my shot. But no. It was most decidedly not. Hey, dead guy. Okay. Whew. Dog food and crackers. All right. That is a win. Ooh. Crackers not in good condition. We're going to, eat those right now while they have any value whatsoever. Food poisoning would have sucked right there. Alright, and now let's start making our way up. We still have to go down and around, so we're going to go back down onto the ice. I can hear the bear crows still on the right now. They were on the left before. They're on the right now. I don't know where that wolf ran off to, but it has not resumed its normal patrol route just yet. I don't see it. Oh, my heart. Okay. And I'm sure some of yours as well. And by some, I mean all. Because that was... It's like at the very last second. Oh, that wolf is definitely charging. Good times. Cool. Alright, this is happening. What the frickin'... See, that's... It happens.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Okay, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. So, I've figured out what it is. If I've got the revolver out and I'm harvesting, do not click again. Period. Because that's what's making it fire when I'm harvesting. It shouldn't, because I'm still pointing at the cattail. But because I've already clicked on the cattail, there's nothing to interact with, so the additional click... Run away. Alright, why is he howling like that? Oh my god, these wolves are gonna give me genuine... Oh, so tired of this thing. I've never had this much trouble firing off accidental revolver rounds for all the times earlier in this series and during Against All Challenges where I was like, oh yeah, here's how I, use the revolver. I have my, finger off to the right so that I don't fire off rounds accidentally. There are just so many instances, I guess just on a kind of sheer nerves, where I'm trying just to click something so my finger is on the fire button and I waste a bullet. Thankfully, revolver ammunition at this point, because there are so many maps, the world is so big, revolver ammunition is in plentiful supply. So that's good at least. But, good god, that's 2 episodes in a row where I just, emptied the cylinder and then some. Alright, so we're still not scot-free yet, because the lodge up here can have either a moose or a wolf, and I'm not in a position to take on either at the moment. So we've got to just get inside. Once we're inside, there will be plenty of loot, there will be water, there will be potentially nice gear. There's a reason we're coming up here. But while we're on the outside, there are potentially threats. Alright, so that... I hear bear crows for a wolf that's at the bottom of the cliff. See, one thing I could do while I'm up here is I could get a rabbit so I can repair my rabbit skin hat, and I will most likely do that. So there's a wolf over here, and I'm well aware of it. I could even potentially try and run off the wolf to get his rabbit kill. Because he just killed a rabbit over here. I just need to find him. Get out of here. There we go. Just stole the rabbit from the wolf. So now we'll be able to repair our stuff. There's a handy trick. If you didn't know it, you can in fact do that. Put this thing away. Good lord. I had one of my very regular commenters on the series and on the channel in general tell me yesterday, Hadrian, put the revolver away. And I'm like, listen, I never have it out in situations where I don't feel like there might be a need at any point to just fire it. But when I do, most of the time I've got my finger off the trigger. It's just that these times that I've popped off the accidental rounds, it's when I'm trying to click something, or I don't think it's going to fire because I'm clicking in cattail, but I've already clicked the cattail and then it fires anyway. Ugh. You're totally right. You do not have it out all the time, but it's not like I'm just walking around with my hand on the left mouse button constantly. Even though it might seem that way, I definitely am not. It's just been rotten luck. Okay. Not a lot going... Oh, just kidding. There's maple syrup.
Useful.
Nice. Let's go ahead and eat that. And we need to... I mean, thankfully, I do have plenty of food. Honestly. I'm good food-wise now. See, there's some more revolver ammo. That's what I'm talking about. 10 rounds of revolver ammo. Well, that was our first taste of what the wolves can do, even with a decent amount of clothing on. I'm glad I had everything I needed to heal up while I was just sitting there in the car, and I need to make sure that I have that stuff still handy before I leave. Okay, so mostly just wood up here. Here's a cabinet, I guess, that is made of wood, to be fair. Okay. Nothing up here at all. Sure would be nice if there was something. But we still have to check the downstairs area. And as far as, like, nice loot that might be here, chances are best down there. I've already been in here. Already been in here. There's so much up here that you can break up and potentially get good stuff. What I'm mainly trying to do is just look around and make sure there's nothing, like, hidden here. All right, so a couple more rooms here. Let's see. Oh, hi, friend. Actually, that should go on the outside. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Mackinac jacket. That is the very best clothing item that can be found that is man-made, that is prefab, so to speak. That's the very best you can find on this loot table. So that's a big win right there. And I was just saying that I might not find nice loot up here. It will all be downstairs. And you give me a freaking Mackinac jacket. I will take it. Especially after that horrific wolf attack. And half an episode full of anxiety following. Alright, nothing in here.
I think I can use this.
Painkillers. Yeah, you can definitely use some painkillers. You can always use some painkillers, especially when sudden wolf attacks are involved. Nothing in the tub. Nothing underneath the tub. Anything behind the tub? No. Okay, so... downstairs we go. Thankfully, there's plenty of cloth. I'm going to take... Oh, wood matches. Right, sitting on the table. Yeah, this is why I am going to do this. I'm going to just make one more pass around this bottom area, because when I came in here, my nerves were still so amped up. I don't want to miss anything incredibly obvious. I mean, I'll probably make another couple of passes here, too. But it's just so easy to miss things when the game freaks you out like that, puts you on edge. Especially when you're commentating and playing at the same time. It's so easy to miss things. Okay. Now let's go downstairs. I'm really glad I found that Mackinac jacket. That's a huge win. And I feel so vindicated about keeping that other ear wrap. For firewood, I'll go ahead and pick that up, but I don't know that I'm gonna do it. Okay, there was a mountaineering rope up here. Damn, that's annoying. I mean, I was thinking there probably would be, but I just wanted to cover all bases. Oh, there's another bedroll.
Come in handy.
That's nice. so I can get a ton of cloth. And, I mean, the first bedroll might have gotten damaged. I haven't checked it yet, but it might have gotten damaged by that attack. So that could come in very handy, honestly. All right, still making our way through. I do not want to overlook anything here. Horseshoe. Anything on the workbench? Oh, there's a stem.
This stuff will come in handy.
I'm not going to use it right now, but there's a stem. All right, I'm going to just scan to see if there's anything on the workbench. Hooks can hide on workbenches, and I think someone indicated to me, hintingly, that there might have been one on the Mystery Lake workbench that I overlooked. And I remember kind of looking for one, but, I mean, even when you're looking, they can hide. All right, more Ragged Fleece Mittens. That's honestly just cloth at this point that I can use. All right, granola bar, that's nice. Okay, so unfortunately, I was kind of hoping for that fabled Fire Striker here, and no dice. They're really, really tough to find on this loot table. It makes perfect sense that I haven't found one yet. It's just, I've been fairly mobile and moving through, you know, known areas of the game at a, you know, at a reasonable rate. All right, there's a sewing primer. Nice. And it just makes me sad that nowhere of the advanced loot locations that I've visited so far has had that Fire Striker. I have found more matches, though. So, you know, every time I find a box of matches, that's, you know, you're looking at 10 to 15 or more additional chances to start a fire. So, I'll take it. Okay. Now I have that rabbit. I've got to do something with that. Certainly have to cook it. But we can start that stuff curing. The crappy thing is, you know, those items are not going to be ready right away, unfortunately. All right, so how am I doing on... Yeah, I can afford to do this real fast. Let's harvest it. I will use the improvised knife. I'll have the gut hide. I'll take an hour and 2 minutes. That is totally fine. Okay. Now we have some very nice freshly killed rabbit meat, thanks to stealing from the wolf. All right, so fresh gut, fresh rabbit pelt, those are curing. Need to do some additional repair work. Holy crap. All right, well, the light shell is no longer necessary. Like, that's... I don't think there's an argument there that that's something I need at all. But I do want to cook the rabbit, and I want to get some additional water. So we have some stuff here we can use to cook. Is there another cooking pot laying around? Maybe? That I missed? Don't see one. Okay, so there's lots of wood here that I'm going to go ahead and chop up. But let's go ahead. Let me look underneath here one more time. Yeah. I'll be definitely able to start a fire here and cook and get stuff done. But, all right, wood matches. Don't worry, I have more than 2 wood matches. Trust me. Do I really not have... Are you serious? I don't have a stick of any kind. At all. All right, I'm going to put this meat down here. Well, it needs to be on the cooking pot. So, tell you what, I'll put the meat down on that cooking board for a second. And I need to just go outside for a split second and get a stick. Because the stick will be... I mean, I could break the torch down for sticks, I guess, couldn't I? What are you running from? What the heck is your deal, man? You know what? I have had too much wolf anxiety this episode. I am just going to come in here and we're going to break down a torch. That's how this is going to happen. It's fine. Harvest. 4 stick. All I need is 1 stick. Because the stick... I can burn through matches. the stick will remain as a good fire starting item. Yeah, 60% chance. That's better than I had. I need to finish that fire starting book, but I'll take the 60% chance over the 40 or 45. Then I can pile that fir firewood onto the fire.
Come on, little fire.
All right, there's one failed attempt. Again, thankfully I do have plenty of food. Just wow. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
That's a good one.
So now we have 2 hours on the fire. Oh yeah, that's right. I put you over here. So let's... take that. Let's cook it right there. It's not going to be a lot of food. But now I just need to get some water melting in these cans. Now, I have an additional can, I think. I might even have... Okay, that's all. So let's get as much water going as I can. And that's going to be ready in 16 minutes, so I can't really pass time. Alright, let's go ahead and eat that. I was tempted to read by this fire, but it doesn't make sense to do so in this context. I do need to rest, though. So we've got a bedroll. I have 2 bedrolls. Need to remember that, because one of them can be broken down for cloth. Or left here as like a backup, which is a distinct possibility for what I'm going to do, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to grab this, this cooking pot off the fire. It'll encumber me a bit, but not a lot. The main reason I'm encumbered right now is just the fact that I am tired. Anything else I can cook on the fire? Anything at all? I mean, I could heat a cup of herbal tea, which I do actually need to do, but I don't need to do that right now. I'm fine. All right, so let's go ahead and just pass some time. I'm going to drink all of this and start some more water going until this fire is burned out. Got an hour and 48 minutes, so let's drink that. Not thirsty. All right, more water. All right, now this is going to be a little bit faster. Let's pass time. Pass time. So how are we doing now? 0.71 gallons, that's
sure
good.
I can carry much more.
Let's do it one more time. Oh, dang it. I didn't actually boil the water. Glad I noticed that. Potable water. Drink. And that should be it, I would say. Yeah, it's going to be it. Let's pick up 2 of those, and now I'm just going to sleep on this bedroll. There's no reason not to. It's plenty warm in here. Sprained wrist. I can, honestly, I'm just going to be able to sleep that off. So let me go ahead and eat this stale granola bar. I'm going to go ahead and eat the new dog food as well, because that is a heavy can to be lugging around, and I prefer not to. It is moist dog food. And I'm going to drink this herbal tea. So I have improved recovery during rest. And let's now sleep for 10 hours. Good God. You have faded into the long dark. Why? Those are always the worst surprises, aren't they? Okay, well, you know what? It's a little bit sooner by like a minute or 2 that I would normally stop, but that's a saving point. It's a good stopping point. It's at the beginning of a new day. So if I start off with anything new now, I will start and not want to stop. So I need to get this episode uploaded anyway. I'll stop this one here, and in the next one, I will, you know, continue to take a look at what I need to repair, because God knows I need to repair some more stuff. And then finish up the reading that I need to do as well, so that I can drop some books that I'm carrying, but I have the food that I need in order to justify staying here for a bit while the rabbit skin stuff cures, and then I'll be able to repair my worn rabbit skin hat so that its condition doesn't deteriorate with a second wolf attack, which I'm sure will happen at some point when we're surrounded by them like we are here. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and additional perks. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.